Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. So it is that time of the month of the season where we have a Brawl Talk coming tomorrow with at least a new legendary brawler and of course probably a ton of other content as well. So before we go and take a look at what most likely we're going to be getting in this Brawl Talk, of course make sure you go ahead and subscribe, because 61% of you guys are not subscribed and we're getting so closer to 200k now. And of course, if you are picking anything up in the shop, make sure you're using the credit code. If you want to support me, you can use code TOM. And yeah, let's go and take a look at exactly what we can expect in this Brawl Talk. Let's get into it. Okay, so of course, if we go onto the official Brawl Stars Twitter account, we can see the teaser and the Brawl Talk is obviously here. So we're obviously going to be taking a look at this teaser to see exactly what they're hinting towards with this next update. So as you can see, there's a lot of, you can see a lot of max things, a lot of surge things. Obviously there is two brawlers right now in the kind of superhero category, so that teases us that there is going to be the third one obviously releasing as this new legendary brawler we are taking, or we're getting in this update. So as you can see, there is, surge, and there's a lot of max things. There's surge again, there's obviously the max and the surge concept. So these are basically concept drawings when they first think of brawlers, and they're just like the 2D concept drawings, which is obviously pretty interesting. So the other thing that teases us is going to be a superhero brawler is the thumbnail, which I will show you in a second. Which the first thing I thought of when I looked at it, I was like, that is a superhero brawler without even seeing any of this. And now I see this, it just kind of confirms my beliefs that we are getting a new superhero brawler in this update. So we can take a look at a couple of things. I just look at this mouse. I just don't know why it's so round. We have the spike sock. We may have missed it, but I don't think that means anything. Sadly, I don't know if that means anything. We just got a spike sock there for the vibes. You love to see it. Okay, so here we actually have the PC screen, and this is one of the most important things in this whole image. So you'll see we just have some random documents on the right. We have obviously I think that's the old Brawl Stars logo, and then we have the phone. We have that's like Seng's button, but then this is the most interesting thing for me, that kind of rectangular face, because that, in my opinion, is the new brawler, because it looks, it looks superhero-ish. It looks similar to Surge, but I don't think it looks close enough to Surge to be Surge. It looks like different enough that it's another brawler, and obviously it looks kind of superhero-ish. So yeah, I think, in my opinion, this is like the pin, or at least like the face of the new brawler, which is obviously pretty interesting, to be honest. And of course, we have some other things we have in the image. There is a ton of I don't know, kind of engineers things. If you look, there's a lot of tools. Up here we have some random pipes. I think that's a tool there. Down here we have some screwdrivers, and we have a lot of bolts. Obviously they kind of look like Max's bolts, but yeah, so I definitely think it is very likely that this is kind of like an engineer superhero new legendary brawler. We also have this is a jet engine right here. Could potentially be like the new, I don't know, some kind of shot or rocket from the new brawler. Of course, we have this belt right here, which is very likely to be actually the belt of the new brawler. Obviously, this is meant to be around the waist of the brawler, probably with this facing to the front. Looks like a kind of light or something. But yeah, this is potentially the belt of the new brawler. This is potentially the kind of, I don't know, the rocket of the new brawler, or just some movement mechanic related to the brawler. And this is probably the face of the new brawler. So yeah, definitely a lot of sneak peeks in this image. If we look over here, there's again more hints towards the max energy drinks, and we see this M. This M is either related to Max or the new brawler, but we do get teased about it a little bit later, which I will show you. Of course, we just have the surge pin there, and then we have the energy thing. But yeah, that's about it for this image. Okay, so something I didn't notice at first is we actually have Danny replying suit up, which, I was like, why is it replying suit up? It's the hashtag, which was actually used in the official kind of teaser, as you can see here. And suit up, obviously, that gives you kind of an image of, I don't know, when I think of suit up, I think of either just like a suit, like a black suit, or just like a superhero suiting up with their kind of superhero costume and their superhero powers. So that's what suit up makes me think of. Again, just hinting towards that new legendary superhero brawler. Okay, so if we of course click on the link, it is going to take us to the Brawl Talk. I'm not signed in. I am subscribed to Brawl Stars on my actual account. As you can see here, it's going to premiere in 26 hours. But yeah, I'm going to take a look at this. The title. So usually what they include in the title, so last time they just said Once Upon a Brawl, so it was just the name of the new season. So sometimes they just do the name of the new season, but obviously we're not ready for a new season yet. So if they don't do the new season, normally they just include basically all the new content that is coming. So we only have the new legendary brawler. Doesn't mean we're not getting anything else, but could potentially mean we are not getting any new club features in this update, but we'll obviously take a look at that in a bit. So of course we have the new legendary brawler, new legendary sidekick. As I said, the first time I saw this silhouette, I thought straight away that is a new superhero brawler, and I hadn't even seen any of the other teasers, so it's very likely. Again, this is the same M that we saw in that teaser image on the right side. Could be referring to the initial of the new brawler, or could just be Max, because obviously there's a lot of Max in this. But I don't see this anywhere. When I look at Max in game, I see the electric bolts, but I don't actually see this M. So that makes me think that that's the initial of the new brawler. This is obviously like a rocket terminal kind of thing. Again, very superhero-ish. And again, this kind of linked back to, we saw a jet engine in the previous image. So potentially this brawler is kind of like, has rockets, maybe is flying a little bit. So what I imagine is he has like kind of two engines, two jet engines as his kind of, I don't know, just as his, I don't know, like to fly around or something. As his mechanic, as his movement ability, has two jet engines as his kind of arms. But yeah, that's what I kind of imagine with these rockets and the kind of jet engines. We have like two Max, like vending machines, two energy drinks there, which I think is pretty cool, but I don't think there's too much meaning behind that. And apart from that, I don't really think we have too much to go off here. But yeah, let's take a little look at what they said about the clubs in the last Brawl Talk.
In one of the next updates, we are planning to release a series of improvements for the clubs.
We are giving clubs a bigger and better purpose, and we are developing something that will bring club mates closer together.
Okay, so in that clip, it is pretty important to notice that Pula says in one of the next updates, not necessarily in the next update. And as I said previously, the title does usually hint towards the big content coming in the update when they don't have the new season, because the last couple times it's been a new season, they just put the season name in the Brawl Talk title. But yeah, obviously when it's not a season, they kind of include what content we're getting. So I would imagine that if we were getting a clubs feature, they would put new legendary brawler plus new clubs feature or something like that in the title, but they didn't. So this doesn't mean we're not getting it. It doesn't mean we're not getting it for sure in this update, but it means if we don't get it in this update, we're probably going to get it in the next one, or very, very likely to get it in the next one. Doesn't mean we're not getting it in this one. We could potentially still see it in this update. Maybe they just didn't want to include it in the title. But yeah, as to what that could kind of be, so yeah, it could be something similar to what we see in Clash of Clans in Clan Wars, where you go head to head with another club. Obviously the clubs are going to be 30 members now, so yeah, you could just see head to head battle, similar to kind of what we have in Clash of Clans or Clash Royale and Clash of Clans at the moment. But there's also another way they could do it. They could do a big community event. Back when I used to play Clash Royale, they used to basically have, you had to get 500 crowns to get this huge chest, and your team, yes, your clan would work together, and then the kind of rewards would be distributed throughout the clan. It was maybe just some boxes. I can't even remember what it was. But yeah, for Brawl Stars, this could be done very similar. You could maybe had to get a certain amount of wins, maybe get 100 wins between your clan, and then I don't know, maybe distribute some pins, some boxes, something like that. So there's two ways they can go at this. I think, in my opinion, they can either go with a community feature to get exclusive rewards or just boxes, or they could do a Clan Wars feature similar to Clash of Clans and Clash Royale. Okay, and of course, if you just type in Brawl Talk on Google, it's going to show you the time of the Brawl Talk. This one is 3 minutes 46, which is one of the shortest Brawl Talks we've had in a while. Okay guys, that is gonna wrap it up for the video. Of course, I do always miss stuff out in these videos, so make sure to let me know what I missed out down below, and make sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.